Hey guys, welcome to Luxury Locker, where we take a look at a range of the most luxurious of topics. From celebs to athletes, from houses to cars, from billionaires to their companies, and also countries to cities. If you like luxurious information in extravagant fields, then click the bell icon to keep updated and never miss a post. Today, we'll be looking at Conor McGregor. Since he's recently announced his retirement, we thought we might just take a look into how much he earned during his career for the UFC and his surprise switch that saw him go 10 rounds with Floyd Mayweather. Conor McGregor is one of the most famous fighters in the UFC. There are a lot of reasons why he's famous. They range from his trash talking to his record-breaking accolades. During his time in the UFC, McGregor had a few big names to face, to say the least. His debut came against Marcus Brimage in 2013, who he knocked out in just over a minute in the first round. Conor's total earnings for the night was $76,000, including a $60,000 knockout of the night bonus, added on top of an $8,000 to show bonus and an $8,000 win bonus. McGregor's second fight saw him come up against Max Holloway, who went on to have an amazing 13-win streak after his loss to Conor McGregor. The fight went the distance, and the notorious one won by decision and was handed a $12,000 win bonus plus $12,000 show bonus. His third fight saw him bag a nice total of $82,000 against Diego Brandao, who McGregor comfortably knocked out within 55 seconds still left of the first round. He collected a $16,000 show bonus, along with a $16,000 win bonus and a fight of the night bonus worth $50,000. McGregor then faced Dustin Poirier. McGregor turned out triumphant again as he knocked out Poirier within the first 2 minutes of the first round. With 4 fights gone and no losses, there was no doubt McGregor was making a name for himself. The victory saw him gather $200,000 in total. Again, Conor earned himself a fight of the night bonus worth $50,000, $75,000 show bonus, and a $75,000 win bonus. The fifth fight, McGregor stepped inside the octagon with Dennis Siver. This time, the fight was stopped inside the first 2 minutes of the second round. The fight saw him accumulate a massive total of $220,000, again, including a $50,000 fight of the night bonus, $85,000 to show, and an $85,000 win bonus. With the wins comes the confidence. With the confidence comes the trash talk. But McGregor certainly showed he's the guy that could back it up. His sixth fight saw him see out his sixth victory in a row by knockout against the interim featherweight champion. While an interim belt isn't as important of a belt as the real one, McGregor was able to knock Chad Mendes out in 2 rounds. With this win, McGregor secured his first UFC title and, on top of that, a guaranteed shot against Jose Aldo, the long-reigning featherweight champion at the time. The fight also saw him heap up $500,000 to show, another $50,000 for performance of the night bonuses, and a furthermore $30,000 from his Reebok scholarship. The total amounting to an incredible $580,000. Many people expected the next bout to be a great fight, as Aldo had many title defenses under his belt. Conor's seventh fight is also one of his finest knockouts, as he holds the records for the fastest knockout in a title fight in UFC history, as he knocks Jose Aldo out within the first 13 seconds of the fight. He collected the undisputed featherweight champion belt for the first time. He collected a paycheck of a total of $590,000, including $500,000 to show, on top of another $50,000 performance of the night bonus and his Reebok sponsorship worth $40,000. McGregor immediately started calling out the lightweight champion at the time, Rafael dos Anjos, as McGregor wanted to make more history and become the UFC's first 2-division champion. Unfortunately for McGregor and dos Anjos got injured and had to pull out of the fight. So McGregor fought Nate Diaz instead. But going unbeaten your whole career isn't for everybody, and Nick Diaz's first meeting with the Notorious One proved that. The build-up to the fight was an intense time, as these two superstars of the UFC both knew how to get to each other during the pre-match. Diaz, the underdog, stunned the world by beating McGregor in 2 rounds. Despite Conor's first loss in the UFC, he amassed just short of $1.1 million in total cash prize. The defeat also saw him gain another $50,000 Fight of the Night bonus, a $40,000 bonus for his sponsorship with Reebok, all on top of a $1 million show bonus. Due to the loss against Diaz, McGregor had to put his ambitions on hold and instead focused on beating Diaz in a rematch. The next fight saw the second meeting between the pair. Things turned out different this time as the fight went the distance. With the 5 rounds still to unsettle them, it went to the judges' scorecards. McGregor turned out victorious, with him again earning himself the $50,000 bonus for the Fight of the Night. This time around, the show bonus escalated a furthermore $2 million, equaling the total amount of $3 million to show, also along with his $40,000 Reebok sponsor. By the time that McGregor avenged his loss, Dos Anjos got knocked out by Eddie Alvarez, and so McGregor challenged Alvarez for a fight for the lightweight championship belt. With harder opponents comes bigger prizes, and that is certainly the case as McGregor was second to none in his weight division switch with Eddie Alvarez. McGregor finished the job and knocked Alvarez out in 2 rounds. This secured McGregor's 3rd belt in less than 2 years, and it also made him the UFC's first 2-division champion. While McGregor had made history, as well as millions of dollars, he didn't settle down. Not long after, McGregor challenged Floyd Mayweather to a boxing match. McGregor managed to go 10 rounds with Mayweather before Mayweather defeated the UFC legend by TKO. While I think every MMA and boxing fan knew that this was just a money fight, the WBC, which was the organization that organized the fight, made the WBC money belt just for the occasion. Just for stepping into the ring with the 50-0 boxing legend, McGregor walked away with $30 million in total. By this time, McGregor hadn't fought in the UFC for 2 years, and as a result, was stripped of his 2 UFC titles. He wanted to get back into the octagon, so he returned in late 2018 to challenge Khabib Nurmagomedov for the lightweight title. McGregor delivered an incredibly poor performance upon his long-awaited return to the octagon, eventually tapping out in the 4th round as Nurmagomedov preserved his flawless professional record and defended his crown. It's safe to say that this was the only fight that we didn't see McGregor comfortable in, as he was out for 2 years. But it was the fight after the fight which has dominated the headlines ever since, with Khabib vaulting over the walls of the octagon to attack McGregor's training partner, Dillon Danis. The title fight defeat still saw Conor McGregor walk away with $3 million in show bonuses and a $30,000 fight week incentive pay, although Conor had to pay a $50,000 fine for a post-match brawl. After the incident, the MMA fighter and boxer took some time off away from the UFC and focused his attention to whiskey making with Proper No. 12, a blended Irish whiskey. The showman's penchant as a salesman must have paid off when he revealed the official figures in his first year of business. Taking to Instagram, McGregor quotes, "Over $1 billion generated in whiskey sales in my first year. Like it or not, there's a new king in town. Proper Whiskey, Liquid Sunshine." The most recent and last fight for McGregor before his retirement happened in January 2020, a year and a half after his loss against Khabib. His return saw him dominate against Donald Cerrone, who the Irishman knocked out in the first 40 seconds of the fight. Conor McGregor was already looking for another title shot before announcing his retirement for the 3rd time in his career. The conquering McGregor earned himself a $3 million show bonus, along with another $50,000 Performance of the Night bonus, as well as a $10,000 fight week incentive pay. During his UFC career, the Irish MMA professional earned himself 7 Performance of the Night awards, amounting to a mouth-watering $350,000, 2 Fight of the Night bonuses equaling $100,000 between them, and also 1 Knockout of the Night that came on his UFC debut, worth $60,000, meaning McGregor amassed a staggering $510,000 on bonuses alone. Throughout Conor's entire fighting career, he has become the highest-paid UFC star in history by bagging himself $15 million in total. His closest competition on the highest-paid UFC stars list is Alistair Overeem, who misses out on the top spot by over $5 million. His sensational crossover that saw him nearly go the distance with the former 5-weight division boxing champion Floyd Mayweather saw him collect $30 million from the fight alone. McGregor has collected a healthy-looking $45 million in total during his professional career. Do you think Conor McGregor will be back in the octagon to prove he's the best UFC fighter in history? Or do you think he will settle down with his investment strategy? That's it for today from Luxury Locker. Feel free to leave your feedback as we are always looking to grow the channel in better ways. Also, share any ideas you'd like to see in our next videos in the comment section below. If you liked today's video, you can always tap the like button and share this video. This has been Luxury Locker. Thank you. See you next time.